Peace, everybody. This is your brother, Herman Muhammad. And I was just sitting back in my backyard and I was actually not just thinking, but I was doing some reading. If you've ever seen this book, The Fall of America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and, many of our posts we've realized have been on the negative, uh, you know, somewhat negative, dealing with um, these mandated shots and jabs and whatnot, and people's fear and whatnot. But as I'm reading this wonderful book by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it caused me to think and realize that, and I've always realized it, but really to point it out, that we are to be the winners. No matter how negative this thing looks, we are to be the winners. And this forced or mandated jab or shot or vacation or whatever it is that you want to call it is really a way to separate us out from our former slave masters and their children. It really is. And it's really a good thing, because as this nation falls, it is an indication of the black nation's rise. In fact, the black nation cannot rise unless this nation falls. And so, look up, black man. Look up, black woman. Our future is extremely bright, even though we are in the throes and in the days of judgment as we speak, according to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. As long as we stay the course and go with Allah and go with Muhammad and go with Farrakhan, man, we're going to be just fine. And those of you who, may not subscribe to that teaching, this is actually for you. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan are really here to save all of humanity. But I want to read something from this book just to emphasize what I'm saying with regards to all that we see. There's a chapter entitled Confusion of People, and it deals with what's going on in this very hour. Now, this book, mind you, was published in 1973. So here we are in 2021, and what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad published in 1973 is as relevant today as it was then, even more so, proving that this is absolutely the Word of God. But he writes, with regards to this time, confusion of the people, because you notice how confusing things are in terms of what we should do, what we should not do, the CDC recommendations, the FDA recommendations, the instructions from the state and the instructions from the feds. It's all confusing. So much so that, most of the people really don't know what the hell to do. And the sun is bright, you know what I'm saying? But, it's a beautiful thing. I got my transitional lenses on. But anyway, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad writes, the prediction of the prophets who wrote our future before we lived is now coming to pass. The slaves, or foolish people as they are referred to by Moses, are vexing the slave master. Today, as these prophecies are now being fulfilled, we are not surprised that the truth God gave us through the mouths of his prophets coming to pass as it was prophesied. The master must give up his slave, and the slave must give up his master. Regardless of his desire to remain with his master, it is the purpose of God himself to separate the two so that he can give the slave justice and equal chance for survival, as the slave master has been exercising power over the slave. This is the day of decision, family. This is the day of decision. See, by them mandating or forcing us to take certain experimental medications, what they're really doing is causing us to choose between life and death, between God and the devil, between good and evil. It's really that simple. So stand on what it is that you know to be true. Because as long as we remain faithful, as long as we remain with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and what they have taught us, we are going to be the winner. We are absolutely going to be the winner. That's the good news for the day. So stand on this truth, fam. Stand on this truth. And remember, with all of this confusion and all of these mixed instructions coming, just remember, man, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Don't go for the okie doke. Visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Herman Muhammad. Peace. We'll see you on the next go round.